Hello. Okay, everything's good. Hello, everyone. This is NeroGeist, and this is another live stream. I'm going to be working on the Clairvoyant, just in general, whether it be animation, concept work. I don't know, but it's going to be focused on that. So, yeah. So let's get started then. Well, actually, I should probably. I'm not really good at planning these. I probably should send out a link so people can actually know that this is live right now. Whatever. Let's do that then. Just gotta find the link. Let me guess. Oh, the auto chat works now. Sweet. I figured out the problem. I just need to link it and send everyone. Previous streams, I've had it where the chat wasn't really a live chat. It was more just a YouTube comment thing, and it kind of screwed stuff up, and I couldn't see anybody's comments, and like I'd have to wait like 5 minutes before they're even shown and stuff like that. So, but let's see here. Working on the Clairvoyant. YouTube. And now Facebook. All right. The links have been sent. And turn this off. And just gonna make sure everything's all working out, running. So far, 20 seconds. So, okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, then I will just have to delete this. So this is its own thing. I can't really find a way to pop this off, or I can't really find a way to make the chat pop out as just a little pop in. Nope, no, that was the wrong button. Well then. All right, let's just do this. Shrink it down the old-fashioned way. Oh, you jerk. There we go. Now we're talking. There. Now, if people want to talk, they will see. Or I will see it, yes. All right. Let's get to work. So, for those who don't know, the Clairvoyant is a animation of it's a part of a series that I'm working on, an original series. It's about one character, and there's the series consists of 5 characters, and I'm still working on the process, but it's pretty much I'm working on a series where they show the origins of said characters and how they come into play in the big story. And I so far have the Guardian, the Explorer, and now I'm working on the Clairvoyant. And what started out to be just a simple little animation about a character with with powers and whatnot, the whole shebang, turned out to be much more ambitious than that, and it became a bigger project. And to those who already know about this, I made a trailer for it, got really excited to do it, worked on it for a little while, and then, oh geez. Okay, so there we go. And then stopped. I stopped working on it. And people say that's lazy, and they're right. I got lazy, but mostly I just got scared, and I'm still scared because after realizing that this animation is going to be really long, and from my my various storyboards and my various scripts that I have written out. Just kidding. I don't have any scripts written out. I'm too lazy for that. But all the stuff that I'm thinking of doing for this animation, it's going to be a long one. I only have storyboarded the beginning part, just the intro. And the intro is 3 minutes long. Let me see here. Yeah, about 3 minutes long. 3.5 minutes long. That's just the intro. That's a lot. Especially for just an intro. Like, I mean, no, it's not that much actually compared to like actual movie standards, but still, that's a lot for me. That's like the whole Guardian episode right there, 3 minutes. So I have the intro and yada yada all thought up, but now I'm having the issue of whether or not if I want to separate it, because it's been almost a year since I released that trailer. I'm still not aware if you can hear sounds. Pretty sure you can, but I'm not sure. If not, then I apologize. I don't really know much about Google Hangouts, which I should, but I don't. But I should probably, just for the sake of my ears, I'm going to mute the sounds because I have some music in here and it's really loud. So anyways, so yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do I'll cut off. If I should cut off the beginning part and just make it a separate thing, just like prologue. So then that could, buy the people who really want to watch this and, give them a little taste of what I'm working on. Or I should just wait and release it all in one big shebang. But I need to know that. I can't just be animating and say, "Oh, I'm splitting it off," because I have someone who's making music for this, and they should probably know whether or not this is going to be split off or not, because they want to make should they make a continuous one or a continuous song for that goes into the beginning, or should he just cut it off at the beginning? Anyways, it's just a whole mess, and I'm still unsure what I want to do. But let's get started. Where should I begin on this? I kind of really want to. I could animate what I have storyboarded already, or I could just jump in and do a little piece of work for this dream sequence I want to do for her. There's a lot of stuff. It's really hard to figure out where to start because I could just continue where I left off for animation, or I could just, I don't know. I'm already stressing out from this. It's so much stuff. Let's delete this dude. Well, let's not delete him. Let's just turn that off because he is looking over here. Ouch. Damn it. So yeah, I'm very glad that this chat thing works. I'm very excited. I figured out how to actually start a live stream without it being all weird. And it's working. It's working pretty well. All right. When should I start with this? Well, you know what? I'm going to do this. I really want to fix this guy. This is a part where the Guardian jumps up and he's like, wow. Well, it's all fun in games, but I think it just doesn't look that good. And I kind of want to fix that. I don't know. It's just something with the motion. He goes down and then he goes up, and it seems like he takes too long to jump up. I think it's maybe this trail here, the little laser trail. but the way he goes up, it just doesn't seem fast enough. But when I try doing it where it's when I, decrease frames for it, it just looks like nothing happened. But yeah, so I'm gonna fix this, and I want to do a smoke trail. I had a smoke trail before. I wanted to have like a. Sorry for if this looks confusing. I don't need to skin out. When I have like a smoky like go off, but when I did it really cartoony, where it just kind of like it's just a puff of clouds, and it didn't look realistic. And I really don't know how to do it. I guess this wouldn't be the time to do it in a stream because I'd have to study actual like animation pieces and figure out smoke trails. There's some friends of mine that've done animations that have really good smoke trails, and I'd have to look at those videos and see and to do for in relation to what I have here. But I have grass moving. Again, it's very, very simple. I'm probably gonna fix it up a bit. Might not even add it in. I might actually just draw that out. But anyways, he jumps up. And I gotta really actually work on something here. This looks cool, but I don't know the effects. So he goes, okay. So maybe I need to slow down the frames a bit. Because he's supposed to be spinning. I feel like it's not going fast enough. Maybe I need to. You know what? This is work. I am going to actually just start something new. I'm going to sketch out the Clairvoyant, and I really want to brainstorm on whatchamacallit, on her and her dream sequence. Actually, yeah, let's actually work on this guy. Let's do this. Let's draw over this. Let's do green. Oofda. Let's just start working. Stop talking, Nick, and start actually working on stuff. So this part, he's going to be looking out on the ocean. And I want to make it so he can, I'm just going to have him float down and land. Simple, simple, simple. Simple stuff. And the thing, that's what I like about the Guardian itself, just him. He has a very puppet kind of body. He has like the blocky arms and blocky feet. And it's really easy to just animate, which I really enjoy. Okay. So let's just draw him. Let's turn this off. Let's draw him. Oops. Let's delete that. Put onion skin on. Let's turn this off for a second. Let's just work on this. So if he goes up, I have to raise his arms a bit. Nothing too crazy, I guess. You'd have to stick out a bit more. This is from behind, by the way. This is his head's looking this way. So it's from his back. And And this is why I need to work on perspective, because I'm not good at it. So let's see here. Ha! Nero, why do you draw in glow? In glow. You mean like it is it glowing on your guys' screen? It's bright green. I don't know why. Sometimes I just pick random colors for a drawing, and I don't know. At first I drew with green, so I'm continuing with green. Guess now, if I were to start it right now, if I were to start the whole basic thing, it would probably be like a lighter blue. But I don't know. It's just a random color. But he's gonna be like, well, let's actually keep him in this position because we want to just keep the motion, and then he's gonna rotate his arms out, stick his head out a little bit more. So it's kind of like blocky. It's gonna stretch out before he lands. So you know what? I'm just gonna there. And then he's gonna be like, his feet's gonna kick up. So let's turn on the ground here. So yeah. And he's gonna kind of land hard because he's kind of in a rush. He's zooming over to check something out. So he's just gonna be like, so this is very rough animation right now. I'm gonna delete this. Keep that. So then we want to have another frame where he's on the ground, kind of bent over. He's just be like, gotta keep this loose. Oh, sort of glowing. Yeah, it's the onion skin. You can see behind the past frame. So like right here, you can see a head. It highlights, it fades out the last frame, so then I can keep track at where his movement is going. If I didn't have onion skin, I don't know how I'd be able to do animation. It is one of the best useful things. So if you have Flash and you don't know what onion skin is, you should definitely know what it is and figure out what it is. It's right here where my mouse is. You hit that and it shows the past frames, and then up on the timeline bar, it'll show this gray box, and that's what the onion skin is going to show. And yeah. So he's just going to be like, and I guess he'll stand up. Maybe a little bit more. I gotta figure out a way to animate him so he can actually stand up that way. It's not gonna be. So yeah, it's a little too bouncy. He's gotta land a little bit before then. So let's just put this right here. And that's 2. That's kind of, all right, let's do this. Yeah, he's got to get up before that, so too much radical framing. What program do I use? I use Flash CS 5.5. It is a Adobe product. It's probably really expensive. I got it for a deal from school, so it was actually kind of cheap for me, like $100. But if you're not in college, then it's going to be a little bit more. You can get the subscription, the Creative Cloud, where you get not only Adobe, not only Flash, but like After Effects, Photoshop, all that stuff for like $10 a month. So yeah, Flash CS 5.5. So we got to get him up a bit. Again, I got to keep this a little loose because this is just a basic concept, and then we can make it a little bit cleaner later. I'm afraid to go into the clean lines yet. I want to kind of do that all at once. Kind of want to, because of the Clairvoyant, I'm just afraid that my style is going to change if it takes so long to make. I don't want that to happen. So let's just keep it like that. So let's just back and then move this back a bit. So yeah, very basic animation right there. Took me like 10 minutes to do. Has the high points. It's him flying down and just hitting the ground. He probably should go down a little, keep down for a little bit longer. And kind of move over a bit. Hunched over a little. So yeah. Oh crap, it's still playing. Jeez. Maybe have him a little bit more excited, a little bit more leaning forward. You don't want to make him too slender, I guess. I don't know. Am I in college for animation? Yes, I am, technically. I am taking a bachelor in animation, but that doesn't mean anything. I have yet to learn anything in animation. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've yet to learn anything in 2D animation. The bachelor in animation is 3D animation. So I am currently looking into that, or I'm currently going to school for that. I originally started in college for art, and I didn't think it was my kind of deal. I like art, but I really just like things moving. So then I quit that, or I dropped that major and transferred to a different school for film production. And I thought, at least in film production, I can learn a little bit more about movement and camera angles and all that jazz, because around here there isn't any animation schools. not that aren't super expensive. So I went to public school for film, and that was actually pretty decent. I really liked it. It was really fun. But then a couple semesters ago, my school randomly announced, without any hype or anything, just announced, hey, we're having an animation major now. So yay. And I was just like, all right. So then I transferred to that, of course. And I'm graduating next year for it. The thing that sucks though is it's a new program, so there's like 2 classes. So I'm taking the one and only animation class for my animation major, and I'm not going to get any more. I'm going to get like one more like 3D modeling class, and that's it. Is something beeping? Or is okay? Everyone's saying beep, so I didn't know if it was like if there was a beeping noise or something. I don't know. Because I've been heard that sometimes there's weird noises that come from my stream, which is odd because I don't hear anything, so it must be my recording or something. So yeah, that's a little bit smoother. Maybe change this. So right now I'm just smoothing out some stuff. Again, it's very, very basic, very basic. There's different layers, I guess, layers to animation for what I've self-taught myself, where you do like a very basic stick figure, then you do a rough, which is basically you drawing out the stuff but without being so fine line, and then you do fine line, where it's you actually put real big detail in each frame. So you do a stick figure, then you do a rough, and then you do the actual final. There's a lot of different ways that works. There's some people that do it like do that by like 10 layers, where it's like, okay, now I got the body. All right, now I got the clothes. Okay, now I got the details in the clothes, and you know. Oh, click the table. Okay. Who likes Five Nights at Freddy's? Nero, I do not. I watched my brother play it. I've seen some videos, and it's just it's not that kind of game for me. I'm not one for jump scares. I'm one for like really like I really like games that really just like mess with your head, and you're not like, but like I don't know how to explain it, but like games like Silent Hill and stuff where you like watch it and you're like they don't even like there's any like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but just like stuff that just like that's very eerie. I really like that stuff. Like it's like it scares me but I'm excited at the same time. But like Five Nights at Freddy's, where you're doing stuff and then suddenly a guy comes up and screams in your face, it's not for me. It generally would make me angry. Actually, I'd freak out and then I'd be mad and be grumpy the whole day. So I'm not into that kind of stuff, unfortunately. But yeah, some people really like it. I'm intrigued by the lore. I read the lore and all that stuff. I watch like game theory and all that stuff. It's really fun to watch, but actually playing it's not my cup of tea. So let's just draw this. So yeah. So yeah, that's looking pretty well. I think he's on the ground for too long. So let's just decrease the frames there by a little bit. There we go. So yeah, there you go. Basic animation right there. 20 minutes in, I guess. This is poorly storyboarded. The way he moves, the posing is kind of horrible. So I got to redo that. But the general consensus is he hears something. He like hears a heartbeat, so he's like, oh, he freaks out. So yeah, and I already got half of the frames for this one done. This one's really easy. I just fall in the water. So, anyways, which Silent Hill game have I played? I've played a couple. I've played some on the PS1. I've played, I think. Thing is about them, I don't really remember exactly what the game is. I definitely played PT, which is that demo, and I've never been more scared in my life playing that game. And I was with friends. I couldn't handle it by myself, but I was with friends and I was freaking out. And it was really funny. I actually tried recording it, but of course I didn't have all the settings right on my PS4, so it didn't really work out. But it would have been hilarious. I would have uploaded it on YouTube of me crying when the ghost lady comes after me. But oh well. But yeah. Games. What other game have I played that I really liked, that was really freaky? Oh, well, it's not really that much of a scary game, but Dead Space. Dead Space was fun. I loved the series. I loved the atmosphere that it entailed, and I don't know, something about the gameplay just really hooked me into it. I don't know. And that one has cheap jump scares in it, but yet I really enjoyed it. I don't know. It's more of this. I guess it's just more of like an action game, especially when it got to the third one. But the second one's by far my favorite. Just the atmosphere of it all, and it's like, as much as crazy it sounds, it'd be like, I would love to live in that kind of world. It'd be so cool in the spacesuit and stuff. I like literally played that game, beat that game like 20 times. Just played it over and over because I just enjoyed it so much. And I challenged myself. I'd be like, all right, I'm just going to use the first suit I get and then play through hard mode without getting any more upgrades or something. It was fun. I'll see ya, Wilson Red. I'm sad that you have to leave. But yeah, a lot of games. There's a lot of scary games that are even scarier than PT that I've seen, and I'm just like, nope. There's a point in the horror genre where if it gets to the point where it scars you for life, then I just won't play it. I can't handle that stuff because it does affect my feeble mind. Like, even like, I don't know, PT freaked me out for a while. Like, I would just have random thoughts in bed, and I'd be like, oh god, she's gonna come and kill me, and then I just stay awake the whole night, and that's always a fun time. So let's just draw this, kind of get it a little bit more proportionate. And that's kind of bleh. Let's turn this off for a second so I can see what I am doing. This finger's too big or too small. There we go. There. Yeah, that's what I want. Huh. I want to see how many people are watching this. 51. Holy balls. That's great. That's amazing. But anyways, back to work. People might be wondering what the lack of music is. Actually, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I'm playing some stuff on Spotify right now, but for my enjoyment. But Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That's thank you for reminding me. Um, yeah, a lot of horror games are just gore and screamos and all that jazz. Like what's it called? The Evil Within. I played that game. I rented it and I beat it and I hated it. It was just so. When it got to the part where it's like the last boss is just like a meat, just a pile of meat and bones and death. It just kind of was like, this is not even. This is kind of hilarious, actually. You know, when it got to that point. But what really got me was Alien Isolation. I freaking love that game. Played it. I played it. There was a deal for Christmas that came out, and I played it, and I loved it. I just couldn't get enough of it. I played so much, and it was scary. Like it was scary, and it wasn't even like relied on jump scares. Really, it was just like fear that you make yourself, kind of like the fear of encountering such a beast, the fear of it finding you and killing you, where it's not scripted. It just happens, and it's so freaky, and it's like I just loved it. So excited when I played it. It was actually like it's the fun kind of scary where you're like, oh god, oh man, like you're just freaking out but smiling the whole time because you're so excited, but you're like, oh, you better not find me. That's what I like in games. That's what I liked about Alien Isolation. And I really wanted to buy it. And then Christmas came and they had the Christmas deal where it was half off. And I'm just like, yep, getting that with my Christmas money. And then I got it and I enjoyed it. But again, replayability, not so much well. I guess it didn't have much of a replayability as Dead Space. I guess the gameplay in Dead Space is more fun because you're shooting stuff. In Alien Isolation, it's just really hide and seek, which is only fun like the first time around. Once you know what's happening and you know what to do, then it's more just an annoyance because it's like, oh well, I gotta hide from the alien, and once I do that, I gotta go press this button. And it's like you already know what's happening, and it kind of gets to the point where it's just kind of repetitive. So I guess it's definitely a rent. I love the game. But it's not that replayable at all. Even with the challenge rooms, it's not that replayable, unfortunately, from my experience. Huh. I don't know about this guy's design. He's a little tiny. I might. Uh, I don't know. This guy's kind of this deal is kind of wigging me out. He's kind of tiny. That's the problem. His head's too big. His head needs to shrink. There. See, that's too big. See, that's the problem with storyboarding. You can't rely too much on it. It's just more of a design choice, and you just gotta draw a general consensus. Don't trace, and make it your own because that's too big. That's way too big. So yeah. Yeah, this is working too. This is not so bad. And yeah, I think it works. It works out. I like it. Anywho, so much stuff. So many people are messaging me. I should probably keep playing. Oh, why did it stop? Spotify, why you do this to me? Why? Why? There we go. Anyways. So let's just delete this and then just do a reaction shot. This is the part that's going to be difficult because this is not good. Posture's not good. He's just kind of like, huh? So I can't use that. I have to actually remake it. So let's actually turn this off. No, it's not good. All right. So let's just yeah. It's a little too far away. Posture's not good. God darn it. I gotta figure this out. Okay. It's a little bit better. I'll probably have his legs a little bit more spread apart. So he's kind of like, oh geez, he hears something and he's gonna do his thing where he's gonna go up, trying to go as sketchy as possible because this is gonna go fast. And then he's gonna fly up. Again, very sketchy. Just to see the... Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, kind of good. So that's very basic, basic animation right there. It's getting to the point where music's actually kind of bothering me. Okay, there we go. A little quiet. But yeah, so he's gonna be like, whoa. So we gotta actually do a lot of stuff here. He's not just gonna simply just go down like that, where he's just gonna be like, hunched over, like, oh geez, I hear something. It's gonna be a lot of different movements for that. Like he's got to do a build up, so he's gonna actually lean back a bit. So we're just gonna fix that a bit here. I gotta catch up on these chat things. I'm like totally missing out on what's chatting. Well, technically, I guess he's not hearing something. He's like more like sensing something, because the guardian, he can sense heartbeats, so he can sense somebody's heartbeat, I guess. So it's more like that's why there's the heartbeat line thing. Like he can feel it, I guess. Like he's just like, oh. And he goes up and he sees this young lady floating towards her demise, and he goes and saves her. There you go. Spoiler alert. You found out my tricks, my story. Oh God. Hmm. Anyways, let's continue on this. So, but yeah, there's going to be a reaction or motion where he's going to kind of wheel back, just kind of like, we don't want to do it too crazy though. We don't want to have it too much of a bounce, because if it ends up being too much, it's almost kind of comedic, let's just say. So let's just kind of reel back a bit. Nothing too crazy, just like his arms are going to probably stay the same right here. Ooh, that's kind of wibbly wobbly. Again, it's that sketchy. It's going to look gross, but it's what you do. You don't look for cleanness and lines. You want to look for, when you do sketching, you want to just see if the movement feels right. So, and if the movement doesn't feel right, you just redo it. You're only sketching, so it's nothing too crazy. So he's just going to kind of lean back, and then he's going to bounce. So he's going to kind of bounce back. Now he reeled back, and then he's going to kind of go forward a bit. So it's going to bounce a little bit more forward. Nothing too crazy. And with this one, there's mostly an abrupt stop, but I think I'm going to ease it in a little bit. Let's just see here. Again, sketchy. You know what? Actually, to save time, I'm just going to kind of lean this forward a bit. There. So let's see here. There we go. See, just a little, kind of like, oh God. And then kind of maybe just for easing back. And then he's just going to be like, ugh. shine. I don't know. I don't know how they shine. It must be the stream, because right now it's just what's it called? It's I have onion skins on, so maybe that's the shine. But people have been talking that they were shiny. I don't know. It's supposed to be just a bright green, so I can figure out where the movements are. But yeah, let's just. Let's turn that off. Nope. It's very sketchy. So yeah, very choppy. It's gonna be way more smoother, but you know, it's gonna go up and see that. So far we got this, and then him listening, and then just oh gosh, and then whoa, fly up. Very choppy, but we got the basic movement. That's the goal. So when you get the basic movement, possibilities are endless. Thank you, John Stewart. It's very thoughtful of you. Yeah, where your hands? You can just use your mouth. I drew a hat. Imagine if I spent an hour on that. It would have been beautiful. Who needs hands? Okay. Next part. Well, you know what? Let's show something. I kind of want to show you guys something. Let's figure something out here. Let's trying to think here what we can do next. We can we did that. That's good good part, good chunk. Let's oh crap. You know what? I want to show you guys something actually. Gosh, I'm at a brain fart right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So yeah, we got this very basic stuff. Just him kind of reacting to these little guys. Not really liking this guy. He's kind of going in too fast. He's like, "Whoa." Just looking at them, and then he notices something, yada yada. He senses something, and he goes up. Before it was going to be it's going to go up really fast, but since there's so many times where he just kind of flies up really fast, I'm thinking of just him kind of drifting up, kind of like not really paying attention, very slowly, and then he goes off just like, and then they go follow him, and then we get to the part we were just working on. Beautiful art. These are just dumb drawings, dumb little sketches. I would really like to get into fine drawing, but because I have so much to work on, I just really don't want to. I kind of want to make sure I have all of this done before I actually start doing that. But I'm trailing off. I wanted to show you guys something that's really cool. What was I gonna? God, I am so bad at this. Oop, wrong button. All right, let's make another window. New window. There's 3 people that are helping me with, or there's 2 people that are helping me with this. There's the person who's making the music. He's the guy who did the music for the Explorer. He didn't specifically make that music for the Explorer. That was completely unrelated. I just kind of grabbed his artwork and was like, hey, can I make this? And he said, sure. And then we just came to an agreement. He's currently making the music for this. He's got the first 30 seconds. Oh, let me see here. The first minute, actually. First minute of this intro area, but that's subject to change. He hasn't worked on it because I haven't really contacted him in a while because I've been busy with a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, he's working on this. I wish I could preview it to you guys, but again, this whatchamacallit, this stream doesn't do let's see here. It doesn't do sounds. It just doesn't want to do sounds for me. So, and that's a good thing because I'm listening to copyrighted music and I don't want to get banned. So, but anyways, I was listening to not listening to. I got a message from my background artist. Her name is Artsaid. You should totally follow her on DeviantArt and Facebook. She does a lot of work for League of Legends, and I asked her if she wanted to do some background artwork for this. And she yesterday she sent me up some things about the Guardian of what she's got made up, and it looks crazy awesome. And it's really cool. It really like I watched. I saw these pictures and I was just like, holy crap, these are amazing. So let's get those in and see. Oh crap, wrong button. So let's get these in. All right. Save image as. This might take a second. I gotta get them off here and put them on thingy. New folder. Save. New folder. Oh yeah, this one too. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but I am just saving some images that for reference so you guys can see and be amazed. Oh yeah, this one definitely. Save images. All right. Those are the ones I want. Oh yeah, this one. God, I'm sorry. I just every time I'm like done, I see another picture that I want to show. Save. There we go. All right. And now we will just import. Go here and file import. Import to import to library. That's what I want. Yeah, I should probably do that. Here. Copy. Paste. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do have to put it in the video description. You are right. Okay. Let's change that then. No, wrong button. Okay. There we go. Oh gosh. Did I screw it up? Is it still going? Is it still going? Okay. Weird. Weird. Okay. I changed. Yeah, so all right. All right, back to this. I'm sorry. Just got to find new folder. Grab all of these. Perfect. All right, let's do that. Let's put these in. Show you guys what she has been doing for me. This will work perfect for this guy. So let's delete this. Let's just put this guy in. Right here, and let's just whoop. There we go. It's kind of low res, but that was just because they're preview images. They're not the full image, but yeah, she's got that for me. She's got a whole bunch of other stuff. I just only picked the ones that I like the most. So let me find some more. Oh yeah, let's get that one. That one's cool. There we go. Let's see here. There's that one where he skims across the water, just comes out. That one's really cool. It's gonna like rush by. This is gonna look awesome. And then did I get that one? Let me see. No, I got these. They got these two ones right here. There. And then the final one that I think is really cool too. Nice wide shot. Oh, great. Now Flash isn't responding. Excellent. Why does this happen? Okay, there we go. I was gonna freak out because the last stream I had, the same thing happened, and I had to reset my whole computer because it just refused to open. But anyways, here's another bit. Then that part, I really freaking love this one. I was like watching, I was like looking at it, I was like, oh, this is, and it's, you know, it's just, you know, this isn't even her full potential. This was just a quick sketch up by her, and I'm just like loving the design already. And it's just like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing. Like, it's gonna look so cool. It's like, I'm really happy that she's doing this for me because I can't do backgrounds to save my life. And even if I could do like a simple thing like this, when I would get so like, I don't know, I would get like so self-conscious like about it. Like I'll draw like the lighting and scribbles and like trying to get like the lighting right, and I look at it and I'll be like, that doesn't look right. And then I'll just be, you know, I'll keep redoing it to the point where I get frustrated and I quit. I mean, I do want to learn how to do backgrounds. This will definitely help me learn. I'm going to take reference for these for a lot of stuff and whatnot. But so far it's just been great. I just love the water. I love the, yeah. And even then, I don't have the pictures downloaded or all of them downloaded, but this scene right here, she changed the design of changed like the scenery, just basic coloring because it's on a different platform. And it looks so, it's not that much different, but it's just enough where you look at it and you're like, man, he's in a different place. So she's really good with color. But yeah, so I'm really excited to keep working on this because, like, yeah. And if you're watching this right now, Art said, what she said, not sure what these lines are. They're supposed to be I made a bunch of lines, and I guess I was not really that clear, but they're supposed to be clouds. Like he's like looking off into a storm that's kind of like going away, like a over the horizon, like a big storm passing by. Hence when he goes and looks, there's like a shipwreck. So, but yeah. But yeah, I put if you guys refresh your browser, I did put her link in the description, so you guys can check out her stuff. It's really good. She, if you guys follow League of Legends, she was the one who started the Void Fizz skin. She was the one who made the concept art and then made a whole forum about it, which then they actually did make in the game, which is pretty freaking crazy. It's like, wow. But yeah, well, let's continue on this. I really like this deal. So let's do that quickly. Now, here's the type of territory which I'm kind of scared for it. Water. I'm not a fan of water. Not a fan at all. I'm not good with it. But like just like looking at like I was like watching Ponyo for references because there's a lot of water effects in that, and I was just watching it, just like I can't comprehend this. Nope. Even like going to different frames, I'm like, I don't know how this works. But yeah, people are talking so fast, I can't watch it. I can't follow everyone talking. Oh, geez. Anywho, let's continue this. Let's where should I start or where should I continue? I mean, I can just chronologically keep going left and right. There's some other things, I don't know. I might want to change that because they're different now. But where should I go with this? This gives me some intense thought. Oofta. Oofta doofta. Let's turn these off. No, I don't really like that. It's got to go up a bit. I don't like that either. So what I did here for this frame is I kind of just stretched it. It's a very simple and a very easy way to like, basically like, oh, I'll add another frame. I suggest not doing it. I'm just doing it for the sake of seeing if emotion would work if I ease it out. And I think it would work if I in the real frame or in the actual line work, I'll actually redraw it. But it's really easy just to grab it and stretch it out to like give a little extra oomph to it. So, man, I'm actually lost now. I'm kind of where should I go with this? I want to do something that's fun, so it's like fun to watch, nothing too crazy. Because I already did this. Like that's kind of cool. Did that. I guess we can try this part. Yeah, let's try this part. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Anyways. For those who don't care for spoilers, I will tell you the little background of this, I guess. For those who do care, then they shouldn't watch the stream because I'm doing a freaking animation on the Clairvoyant. But basically, premise, Mr. Guardian dude finds a little girl shipwrecked out in the ocean. Okay, my mouse is not working. Sorry. Finds a shipwrecked little girl out in the ocean. She sinks into the water, practically just limp, and encounters an amorphous thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what exactly it's going to look like. For now, it's just like a black blob. But an infectious thing come and start taking over her head. Guardian saves her, nick of time. Little guys help her. They get out of the water, puts her on a beach. She's presumed dead because the dark things are over her head, in which he draws a little symbol on her forehead to help quell away the gross stuff, and she wakes up, he's gone, and then that's the beginning of it. And there's this other guy, but we'll not get into that later. And she lives on the island, and she has a thing on her head, and it gives her powers. So yeah, that's how the origin story goes. And then it will tell, and the next part will be about, and that's the intro. And then the next part would be about how she gets back, I guess, how she gets back to where the whole mess is going with the Guardian series, with the evil dude and the Explorer and all the other people that will encounter there. And that's what the premise of every story, of all the stories, is going to be. The Guardians about the beginning part, Explorer's about him getting there through magical teleportation. She gets there in some other unknown way, and then there's the two other characters, the Beast and the Warrior, and how their stories and how they get to there too, I guess. So that's how it's going to go, and that's my formula. I'm going to stick to it, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do after that. I have the stories for all the origins, but then after that, I'm stumped. I have to still think of something. But anyways, so yeah. At this point, how long has he been the guardian? I don't know. Who knows? I mean, from obvious signs that she's a little girl in this, so many years. I kind of know because I created him, but I'm not saying because I'm not sure yet. But we'll get into that 20 years from now when I decide to work on this more. Okay, let's actually do something here. Okay, well, this is nothing too crazy. You know, I really need to change this color. It really needs to be lighter. It's too dark. It needs to be lighter so I can overlay it without it, going crazy. So let's just do that. What the heck? There. So yeah, it's a little bit lighter. Perfect. Then we can just do green like usual. And again, this is going to be really easy. It's just her falling into the water. So actually, this might be more difficult than I thought because no, it's going to be easy. What am I thinking? Second guessing myself. Don't do that. So a lot of my issues with this, or a lot of this issue I have with this animation, is the fact that I started with Guardian being like a Scott Pilgrim-esque kind of style. And as I got to it, as I started making more and more stuff, I really kind of stopped liking that style, or I kind of grew out of that style and made my own kind of style. And so it's one of those things where I'm trying my best to try to make it different because if I don't, I don't know, it's just a little too cartoony for me. I want it to be a little bit too, let's say, I don't know. I want it to be more anime, I guess, and that sounds really weird, but no, actually, it doesn't sound weird. It's totally viable, but because anime can be cute and fun, but sometimes it can look really serious too, and I really like that. That's why I like anime so much. It has this feeling where it can be cute, but it also can be, it has a lot of emotion in it. From my personal experience, there's other, from what I've seen, there's probably some other stuff that probably is too crazy. Oh God, freaking no! Oh, I'm an idiot. I screwed up. All right, I'll show you what I did. I drew the screen thing to be on top, but I forgot to lock the layer of what the gray part is. So essentially, I just drew over it. So yeah. So I just drew over it without any thought, and I have to redo it. Always, when you're drawing over something, make sure you're on a different layer, or else you're screwed. So I got to redo this. Got to undo all this and restart back from the beginning. Great. So walk that. Let's redo it. Oh my lord. Oh well, it's nothing too crazy. Just be loose with it. Always make sure you have it on a different layer. Never put, I guess it's like conserve your layers, but also make a lot of layers. You don't want to make like hundreds of layers because then it gets really hard to organize. But if you're really good at organizing that kind of stuff, then go ahead, make hundreds of layers for each individual thing. But that takes a little bit more time to manage all the layers. But your items will be secure. So it's the matter of whether do you feel safe enough to keep this on the same layer as another thing. Man, I'm not good at streams. I've realized I'm just like, I zone out too far, and then I realize people are watching me, and then I'll start picking my nose or something ridiculous like that, and people will be like, ah, look at that loser, and then I'll start crying. But obviously, I will try to not sound crying on the air. I'll go off in the corner. You'll hear me silently weeping. But I'll still think that I'll be good. No one's going to hear it, but people are going to hear it anyways. And then that's going to be uploaded on YouTube. Surprise, surprise. And then I will be the laughingstock of the internet. Let's delve into the mind of a worrisome worrywart like me. Oh. Anyways, nothing too crazy here. Just kind of going, just redrawing over the old frames, and I'm going to do some in-betweens to make it better. So let's yeah. We just gotta just this is the part where it's going to get a little difficult because, like, I don't know. Sometimes you don't want to. In betweens, or that's what they're called. In betweens are things between two frames. It's kind of hard to do with onion skin at the same time, even though it does help you, because then you get so much going on right here. You kind of you get overwhelmed. So I'm trying to make it more feasible, but sometimes it's just kind of hard. I'm kind of having a tough time focusing right now. I don't know what the deal is. So always kind of, okay, that's not how it works. And then just a little itty bitty one where it's just kind of like, sorry if I ramble or mumble, because I kind of concentrate. No, I kind of like that where she kind of just hangs on and then falls off. Have a kind of like a, huh. Sorry, I'm concentrating so much. Just trying to make this more really getting into it, let's just say. Okay. So I'm kind of zoning out right now. I'm sorry. That's a little too far. I'm trying to envision how she would slide off this plank, and it's actually a little bit harder than I expected. And that doesn't look good. Let's just there we go. So kind of like so she kind of hanging on, and then it kind of slips. Oh crap. And then another in between. Oh, this is gonna get pretty fun. Maybe I should just combine them. No, let's just keep it like that. So far, so good, I think. Would have thought a simple little thing would be so hard. So just, I think I might need to add a couple more frames, but you know, I can always fix that in the actual animation. This is just to give a little thing of what it would look like, and then we would have to put this up here, and then draw an actual plank in which I will make a darker green color down to here, make it a little bit darker. There. There we go. Just a very simple, you know, and there might be, I'm gonna have some motion up and down with the plank, so it's not just she's like floating on a plank, but kind of like it will sink in the water and stuff like that. Crescent the Wolf, sure, you can ask a question. Yes, I did hear that Monty passed away. It's kind of sad. I didn't really know him that much, so I just kind of found out about him, and just today, I'm like, oh, he's animated Ruby and Red vs. Blue. It's really awesome because I really like those. So it's very sad. I heard about the other guy too from Joystick. I think one of the writers he drowned when he was on vacation. And that's really sad too. It's very unexpected. Very unexpected deaths have been happening. Makes you think about your mortality. And it makes you think, oh man, should get working on this kind of stuff. You don't know. You don't know when you're gonna bite the dust. You don't know when you're gonna just, you know, heck, I could have a brain aneurysm right now, and then that's it. Make the dark thing purple. Well, I'm not sure what color it's going to be. It's probably just going to be an emanating blackness. Because if it was purple, then that would suggest that the beast, because she's purple, that would suggest that would be kind of the same thing, where she'd be evil. But she's not evil. She's a good person, despite what it said, what it looks. But oof, my nose itches. But I don't know. I'm not doing colors yet. I have to still figure out. I got to figure out what's going to work for the background, because Art said it's going to do the background for this, and I got to make sure the color is right with that. And I don't want to, you know. Oh, okay. I gotta reread that question. That how I make my lines so thin in the final product. Well, how I make them super small. Um, um, man, so many comments. I can't like focus on them. If you're asking about thickness, well, right now this is just, you know, it's really thick because of I'm doing just the concept work. But for instance, if I were to open up something else, open recent Naruto. Currently working on this other thing too, Naruto. I have another one too, another League animation that I'm working on too. So the lines are a little bit thinner. They're not too much thinner, but a little bit thinner. They're actually kind of, I don't know, they're kind of, actually they're kind of thick for my taste. Oh, geez. Oh, well, it's too late. But how I make them so thin is I don't do it. I don't go to the tiniest setting. It is at the tiniest setting now. Oh, geez. I don't do it at the tiniest setting. What you're supposed to do to make your lines thinner is, oh man, what the gosh, I'm so zoning out right now. What you have to do is you have to zoom in, because the thing about Flash is the brush size is relevant to what size, how far you're zoomed into. So if I were, that's what I would do. Usually it'd be, for me, would be 150% on the second size, and you draw that way. So like this size or this size compared to just fit in window, this size, it's a little bit thicker. Or even let's do this for better proportions. See, it's the same brush size, but it's different sizes of the screen. And that's how you get your lines so thin. You got to zoom in because it's not constant through each through the percentage of zoom. Man, my throat is like going right now. I don't know what the deal is. Have I seen The Curse of the Sad Money? Oh yes, of course. It's great. It's kind of awesome. I really like their songs. But yeah. But yeah, that's is it freezing up? Oh jeez. Give him dirt pies. I could do that right now. Oh, wait, let's turn it to black to make it fit. I don't know. Let's undo all that. Yeah, I still haven't done the faces for this. I still have to do the motion. It's still kind of glitchy. But yeah, that's what else I'm working on. So you got that. Working on that, and I got to do voices for Naruto because I had told myself I'm going to do the voices for these, and then I did them, and they were crappy, so I have to redo them. And then when I get that done, I can actually start doing the voice stuff. For the most part, it's mostly animated, and I don't know when it's going to come out. I'm releasing it in par with well, not in par, but I'm releasing it at the same time that everyone else is releasing it because because there's other animators working on their own Naruto pieces. It's I don't know, it's a collaboration we're doing, and you gotta wait for those guys to finish theirs, and most likely they're gonna finish theirs before me, and then I'm gonna be left in the dust. But I have that to work on, and I got another League animation I'm thinking of doing that would be kind of cute. It's not really that funny though, but I don't know. I don't know. Yes, we have gotten off track. I apologize. But blah. I really this is gonna be great. I'm excited to make this. I'm not excited to do just work in general, but this works good. Let's see here. Oh man. There's a transition for her being a little kid to a woman. Just like that. I love how her head just stays the same. That doesn't actually gets a little bigger. Oh man, I should probably change that. Yeah, there's other stuff. She gets hit in the head with coconut. So here's my issue. I really want to just skip ahead and go into the middle of it and just work on that and work on the stuff that's like the dynamic stuff and not the boring stuff between conversations or just basic movement. But if I do that, I'm afraid that if I do that, I'm gonna work on it, and it's hard to explain. I'm trying my best to enjoy making this because it's this is the magnum opus, or this is the one thing. Like there's all these League animations, they're parodies. This is my own thing, my own story, my own characters. You don't want to enjoy it. You want to be like, oh, this is so cool. And I'm afraid that I'm going to do that. If I work on it too soon, I'm going to like get over that phase where I'm going to be like, this is awesome. And then when I like get to that point actually where I have to like do lines and stuff, I'm going to be like, oh, this is too much. I can't do it. And then it won't be fun. Anywho. Man, this is too much stuff. Too much work for even. It's not too much work. It's just a lot of tedious stuff. Anyways, this is really easy. I can't really animate it unless I do unless I do the actual fine lines, but it'd basically be a loop animation of her hair kind of slowly swaying, just kind of like in the trailer. So it's nothing too crazy, just slowly swelling as she sinks deeper. I guess I can work on this thing, but again, if I make this, it'd be just kind of like a blah, 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 blah. I'd have to do more concept work on how I want to do that. And that's going to be hard. That's going to have to do with layers because she'll have a hair layer, a regular body layer, so it'll kind of spread under her hair, not just over. But that's some layer work that I have to do on. And then this one will be easy. Just Guardian moving his hand forward. But ever consider stop motion? I did it in high school. It's pretty fun. I really like clay, but that'd be really expensive, and maybe for little fun in the beginning, but I don't know. Ever would you consider collaborating with new, not experienced animators? I mean, yeah. I mean, it's hard to say because when you mean by not experienced, because it would be fun regardless, but I don't think animators. I think when you collaborate with stuff like that, I think when you collaborate with someone that's a higher, way crazy level than you, unless it's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, I feel like when I did some collaborations with some people that are way crazy, I guess it didn't really. I guess it depends on your personality, but when I did some collaboration with some people that were really good at animation, what happened was I didn't really like. You think that, oh, that would inspire you to work harder and stuff. It really didn't really inspire me. It really, like, I don't know what my deal is, but I got angry. Like, I'd be like, oh, he wasn't that good. Look at my stuff. And like when I look at it now, it's like, wow, their stuff is way crazier. But like when I did animation with them at the time, I was like, I had like this spiteful kind of attitude, and it just didn't really help. But I mean, if there's a time, I'd probably, if I could get a lot of people, that'd be cool. Get just a whole bunch of people, kind of like Dick Figures when they did their music video, and they just got a bunch of animators to animate parts. That would be cool. See, that would be awesome. But if it was like a single one-on-one thing, I don't think it would work out as much, because there's so many animators that want to work with. There's like so many animators that want to do stuff that I know of, that want to do things, and just be taking precedence over one, or just, I'd have to devote all my time if I wanted to do each one of them singly. It'd have to be a big thing. That's what I'd do. But yeah. Oh man. I don't know what's the deal with my stomach. I guess eating 7 slices of pizza it doesn't sound good. Let's turn off that. No. Let's turn off that. There we go. So let's just watch this one more time. So it's nothing. It's kind of too fast, but maybe just. Oh, geez. But yeah, let's do this. Just redrawing this for a little emphasis. So that looks all right. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. They have to be. You only. I can't think. My stomach's killing me right now. Woof. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my stomach's going crazy. But I'm going to. What am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? Oh gosh. Yeah, let's do the hand. That'll be really easy. Really simple. Just go right here. So first off, let's just draw the frame that I already made. So really simple. I tend to do like really like kind of with my lines because I mean I shouldn't really do it when I'm doing just a sketch thing like this, but because that's just wasting time. I can just draw regularly. I only do it because I want to make the lines look nice, but that's another thing I have to learn is do what's it called? Go fast when you're doing, doing concept work or just doing roughs. Because if you go slow, if you're trying to make it look just right, then you're gonna have to do it all over again anyways. Are you self-taught or did you learn how to animate from someone else? I am self-taught. I have not taken any I've not done anything. I've not done any classes, any schooling at all for animation. It was all self-taught. It's pretty much it. It's all just observation from other people. You just look at someone's style and you just look at it and you kind of like take little bits of what they do, just little tiny things, and then you add it to yours and then you make your own kind of style that way. Oh yeah, I did the layers right. I made sure that I made sure the layers will be fine with that. But yeah. So anyways, let's then turn this off so we can actually see what we're making here. So far it looks pretty good. I think I might just kind of do that. Yeah. Who knows? But anyways, so we're gonna move backwards. We're gonna work backwards from this. So we have his arm already open. So now let's turn that off for a second. We have his arm open already. So now we're just gonna redraw what we have, but we're just gonna kind of like his fist is opening. So first let's draw his fist like he was clenching it. It's going to be kind of angled downward, and then again, make it really sketchy. And then, that's kind of too sketchy. Kind of want to try this out. So we're going to have his finger out just a little bit more. It's just kind of sticking out, just, It's kind of meh. Gotta make it sketchy. But then let's work backwards, or let's do an in between for that. So now in between, and then we're just kind of gotta go. Just like that. And that is lucky. That was with no thought. I just kind of went with it, and it actually looks kind of good. There's a baby screaming bloody murder upstairs, and I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's kind of disheartening. I don't know what the deal is. Probably baby's just being a baby, or somebody's getting murdered. Who knows? See, there you go. See, opening, closing. But now we're gonna work back. We've already worked backwards, so now we're just gonna move these frames over. So, yeah, you know, we might actually have to change that to a little bit like this. And we might need to make this a little longer too, actually. So let's us these guys and kind of just extend them a bit because they seem a little stubby. Just this just in. Nick actually elongated their fingers. They're not stubby. Oh my gosh. There we go. It's kind of like he's like, reach for me kind of thing. Oh my God, that kid is going crazy. Maybe he is getting murdered, and I'm not doing anything to help. Da, 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 da. Nick's coming to the rescue. Just kidding. I'm not. Okay. Wait. Oh yeah. Okay. So let's delete this guy now since we don't need it. So let's just get these basic frames in. Actually, no, we got to do some more in-betweens. What am I doing? Oh, thing you can do, if it's the same angle and the same hand, the thing you can do is instead of animating in-betweens, it's much easier to keep them in the same frame, keep them in the same area, and then move them. So when he's doing his hand opening, but while it's moving, you want to animate the hand opening first and then move them to the respected areas. If you try to do in-betweens while it's moving, that's going to be harder. Just a little tip. Just a wee bit tip, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but I do my best to try the worst. Whatever that means, I'm going crazy. This is probably the most boring stream you guys have ever encountered, and I apologize. I'm doing my best, but not really. All right. Like that. There we go. There we go. We're getting it. We're speed drawing this. We're speeding this along. So there, hand opening, very rough, very rough. And then we're just going to move it. We're going to move the closed part inward and then circle deal. Once that goes away, move it inward. And then we have a hand opening. So let's do that. Okay. So son of a biscuit. Okay. Oh gosh, wrong button. All right. Grab this frame, move it all the way up here. Grab this frame, move it kind of like this. Grab this frame, move it right here. Grab this frame, move it just a wee bit, and then it's up. So let's see. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. I like it. And we'll just have him kind of trail a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but just enough. So like that. I say that's a success. Am I using a drawing tablet? Yes. I will show everyone what I'm using. Gotta make sure it's the right thing. Okay. All right. This is what I draw on, if you guys can see it. Whoa, it's like the same thing, man. It's right on the screen. Yeah, I use this. It's a Cintiq 13 HD. Oh, I don't even have my, dang it. There. Yeah. This is a way better way of drawing. Yeah. But yeah, Cintiq 13 HD. It was $1,000. I saved up. I had a job, and I saved up my paycheck, and I bought it, and it's great. I love it. I want a bigger one eventually, but yes, it is expensive. It's very expensive. I only got it because I saved up. My sole purpose was to get this, and I got it, and it's great. It's worth $1,000. I got it last year. Yeah. My head hurts. Anyways, probably should get some light in here. It's kind of dark. Right next to the sliding door. How do I find music for my vids? What's it called? How do I find music for my vids? Well, a lot of the music, if you're saying regarding to League of Legends, a lot of it's just from League of Legends, but there's some other music videos, or a lot. Blah, 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 blah. There's other music that I get from incompetech.com by Kevin MacLeod. I don't know if it's McLeod. It's probably McLeod, but he does a lot of royalty-free music, and I use that. And a lot of content creators use his stuff, and it's really good. But for The Guardian, it's from a guy named Step. Oh, that's his username, Step. And he's a great artist, great music artist. And I use some of his music for The Guardian, or not The Guardian, but The Explorer. The Guardian was made by Lindsey Sterling, and that was one of the big mistakes I did. I never gonna try to use something from like a big artist unless I actually asked for permission. But regardless, it will become copyrighted. So unless they're right there working it with you, you shouldn't. I don't know. You shouldn't take music, or you shouldn't, get music from the artist because unless they're actually interested and they're not just like, oh, can I use this for your shot for this? They'd be like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I don't know. From personal experience, that's how I learned. But $5. I don't need $5. I need $60 so I can buy Dying Light, because that looks like a fun game. Water's good. My profile picture's from Adventure Time, right? You mean like my YouTube profile pic, or like Facebook? Because no, it's not from. No, there's nothing that's from Adventure Time for me. It's all I drew myself. Yeah, it's all I made it myself in Paint Tool Sci, the one for my YouTube one at least. Actually, for all of them are from Paint Tool Sci. Actually, I haven't done anything in Photoshop that's profile pic worthy. What was your job you had to get the money? I was a saute cook in a little company called Noodles and Company. And what's it called? Yeah, I just worked in a fast food place. That was the last fast food place I worked at because I quit. And then I had a job for pushing buttons for a while, and it was ridiculously easy and really, really nice. And then that eventually had to go because I was a temp job. Then I went and worked at Menards for 2 weeks, and I absolutely hated it. I absolutely just didn't like it at all. Understaffed, yada yada. So I quit there. I feel bad every time I quit too places because it's like, especially when they're understaffed, it's like, you guys, some of you guys are really cool people. I mean, my Menards manager, he actually like found my YouTube channel and was like talking to me about it, and he's really cool. It made me feel worse about it, but business is business. I really just, I don't know. It wasn't for me. It was stressing me out more than it should have. Let's just say, like, I shouldn't be that stressed out about work. So I quit. And I'm jobless now. I'm working on YouTube animations. My money is solely on YouTube. So, and I don't make that much from YouTube. Don't think that even with me, it's not that I make minuscule amount. I'm doing that in addition to donating my fluids. You can't really see, but I donate plasma twice a week. So I get a needle stuck in me twice a week. And that is my sole money intake now. And it gets me just enough to pay rent. So living the dream. Do I like waffles? Yes, I do love I like waffles a lot. Oh, I don't want to do this part. Yeah, waffles are good. I really like thin waffles though. I'm not a fan of waffles that are really thick. I really like thin waffles. What was this? I'm like answering all you guys' questions, and it's amazing. I really like how you guys are answering so many. What made you decide to make the garden series? Like inspiration? What inspired? Oh, everyone's inspired. Everyone's asking. I don't know. I wanted to make a Christmas theme animation for the Newgrounds. The Newgrounds contest, and I wanted to make my own little thing for it. So I thought of an idea of like a glowing being protecting a Christmas tree with a light on top. And I used my basis for the Lindsey Sterling music, and I made a story out of it. And it was originally going to be called The Guardian of Christmas. But then because I didn't work fast enough, I couldn't finish it by Christmas. So I just changed it to The Guardian because it was not relevant anymore. Christmas has passed. And then I finally finished it on New Year's. So it probably wouldn't have been a series if I would have finished it early. So yeah, plasma donation is really easy to donate. It's twice a week. You don't die from it. Let's just say you're not like after you're done. You're not like I'm gonna die for like the rest of the day. You feel a little lightheaded, but that's just a tiny bit. And after like 2 hours, eat some food. You're fine. Then you can do it twice a week. And I've heard that doing it actually helps. What's it called? It actually helps. Oh man, what the heck? Can't think right now. I heard doing it for a long periods of time, like an extended period of time, donating it helps your blood pressure. So, but that's probably, I don't know if that's how true that is, but I'll take it. I do say though, I feel like I I don't know. There's some things that like I speculate, like some bad things happening to me, and I speculate it's because I donate, but I don't know for sure. Like recently, I've gotten a lot of canker sores, and my girlfriend's like, "Oh, it's because you're donating," and it might be true, but I don't know for sure. But canker sores are the bane of my existence, by the way. If anyone gets them, I totally feel you, because canker sores suck, and I don't know what's wrong with me, but I get them all the time. They say your mouth is one of the fastest regenerating places on your body, excluding the eyes being like the most. But mine, no. Anytime I get a cut in my mouth, it's like a death sentence. It's like, oh, I got a cut. This is going to be here for 2 weeks, and it's going to be a painful canker sore where eating food is going to be hard. Anyways, enough rambling. Let's keep working. I'm just drawing for the heck of drawing. You know, I might actually do a little bit more concept work on the Explorer. Then you'll actually see. I mean, not Explorer. You'll actually see the Clairvoyant. Not. Yeah. Yes, I've done it twice. I've learned. It was just a heat of the moment thing, but I'm not screwing up for animation, putting on the right layer. But yeah, I gotta actually fix this hand. You know what? Let's do this. I lock this frame. Let's make it really light so we can actually see what we're doing. Lock that. Go back to this frame. Go back to green color. I don't know why I did green for this one. Because it's green in it. I don't know. Ever thought of donation to get donations for your project through the GoFundMe sites? Oh, I'll see you later, Fire Dragus. Probably went to bed already. Ah. Oh, you guys were talking something totally different. I'm an idiot. This is what happens. Okay. Yeah, GoFundMe sites. Yes, it has occurred to me. A lot of my friends, a lot of my buddies that are animators have sites like that where it's like, hey, pay me, like Patreon. That's the big one. It's like, hey, GoFundMe on Patreon, and I'll be able to work stuff, and it works for them. Like, it's great. Like, they get a lot of stuff, get a lot of things, or they get a lot of donations, and it becomes a job for them, and it's excellent. But I don't know. People say you should do that, and I should do it eventually. I will do it eventually, but right now it's like, I guess the one thing is like fear. Mostly, I shouldn't be afraid of it, but I'm already lagging behind on these animations. I'm already not going as fast as I could be going with these. And I know it could give me a push to do it now that people are actually paying me to do it. But I feel like it'd be worse now, because it's like, if I don't go fast enough, people will have a right to be angry at me for not making animations. They actually have a right, because they're paying for me to do this stuff. And if I'm not working, if I'm not putting out, then, and I'm just afraid that if I do that, it might be a colossal failure, because I just don't get enough content out at once. And then no one wants to donate anymore, because they're like, screw you, you don't make enough stuff, and just random stuff like that. And I don't know. I think I should hone out. I should at least get myself where I can have a set time where I'm actually working, and not in school, not like school where I have homework assignments where that might occupy me for weeks and whatnot, stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna wait at least until I'm out of school, at least for a year. I think maybe sooner actually, but at least for a while, till I can figure out I can do it without any crazy things happening. Is the image is bugged? What? Let me see. Google. Whoa. What the poop? Oh my gosh. You guys are right. Why is it glowing? Why is it glowing? Wow. I didn't really think. I was so confused when you guys were like, "Oh, it's glowing." I was like, "What are you guys talking about?" Because I was looking through a different. I was looking through a different. I wasn't looking through the Google Hangouts. I was looking through a different thing that's actually recording my. It's like a program that I'm actually using to record it. It's XSplit Broadcaster, and that doesn't look glowy, but on the Google Hangouts it is. Wow, I did not. That's weird. I don't know what the deal is with that is. It's probably just buffering or just, in general. Oof, my stomach. Jeez. How about help with your animation? Well, I already have help with with the backgrounds and the music, and as much as I would love to get people on this, I feel like I should do it. Whoa. Ooh. I feel like I should work on it myself. At least for this one. I don't know in the future, but what I want to do is just, this is like this is the big thing. This is my test of time. This is my bet. This is the thing where I should work my hardest on and work my butt off on. And this is the one where I'm going to actually take so much time working. And I have been taking a lot of time working on, but like I'm going to take no shortcuts with this guy, with this animation that I do with League of Legends. I do take a lot of shortcuts in League of Legends to get them out faster. But this is going to be, and, eventually when I actually make this a story and I'm doing it for the sake of the story, but not for the sake of learning animation, then I will, then I'll get people. My dream is I want to work at Studio Yada because they live in Seattle and I am going to Seattle. I'm going to move there eventually. So if you guys don't know what Studio Yada is, they do a lot of Ego Raptor, Oni NG. They do a lot of in-betweens for animations and stuff, and they're just a private company, and they're just awesome in general and very responsive when I ask them questions and stuff, and it'd be really cool to work with them. So I'm going so slow. Sorry. All right, so we're gonna do this one. His head's still kind of too big for this. I gotta make it smaller. That's one issue I have. I make their heads too big. Yeah, it's not supposed to be glowing. Maybe let's see if I can make it, if I turn it black, if I do black. Even black, it's glowing a bit. I think it's just the buffering. Like, it's just the, what's it called? It's just the broadcasting. It's not total HD, I suppose. But that's weird. That is weird. It kind of looks cool, though. When you look at it, it's like, it's kind of a cool effect. Let's go back. It's actually kind of cool. I like it. Anyways, probably going to be leaving here pretty soon because my GF is going to be coming back in a little bit, and I should probably clean up the house before he gets back. Clean up a bit. Oh, geez. There we go. So that's not, I might have to rework some of that, but it works out so far. Gets the idea going. I'm just really, really proud of what we did in the beginning here, where it's just like it gets down and then comes right back up. Anyways, I don't know. I think this is I think that's it for now. I think I'm going to I think I'm gonna head off because my girlfriend's coming in half an hour, and that gives me time to clean my room, gives me time to clean the living area just a bit. Oh, I have to put in the I left the apple juice out. That's not good. Put in the apple juice. Go to what else? Yeah, pretty much the big part is cleaning my room and sweeping the kitchen. Gotta do all that. And then she'll come home, and then we're gonna eat dinner, and I will probably work on this a little bit more, but I won't be on stream. But yeah, next time on stream, I'm gonna have a lot more. I'm gonna try to get a lot more going for me because I just kind of jumped in and I'm like, I'm gonna work on this, and I have basic stuff like this, but I want to like for the stream, I want to do stuff that is actually fun to watch, like really big movements and not just basic falling down and stuff. Some dynamic stuff and but yeah, I guess I say a lot. I just realized, but yeah. Do I have a favorite animator here on YouTube? Oh, yes, I'll answer that question. I don't really actually. There's a lot of people that what's it called? There's a lot of people that I like, and there's a lot of people that I like a little less. But for the most part, all of them are great. I don't really have a thing for anyone. I like some people's styles. I like other people's styles for their. I don't know. It's. I don't want to pick favorites. They're all great. All of them just. They all have their unique styles that are really appealing in certain ways. So. But yeah, I mean, we got a little bit of work done today. We I will probably I don't know. I'm most likely if I'm going to stream something minor, I will be on Twitch. So I have an account on Twitch, and yeah, I usually go on Twitch for just basic things, basic stuff. No one really cares about that much, but drawing, doodling, other animations other than the Guardian. I mean, I do that anyways on YouTube too. But this is good though because I now have what's it called? I now know the way to turn on a YouTube stream and it'll actually have a live chat. I did it a different way and it didn't work out and it was kind of annoying. So I'm just really glad I got that fixed out or sorted out. So, well, anyways, it has been a pleasure to have so many people come by. I'll wave to you adieu. Really crappy hand. As my wave goodbye. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, you should probably do it. I don't know, it's your choice, but thank you for all who's just like my stuff. It's really a pleasure and makes me feel good about myself. Makes me a little less crazy. So thanks. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.